Good evening, friends. My name is Vivek Prakash, and I, along with my PMCP colleagues, I have Ketan Gandhi here and with me, and delighted to welcome you to this webinar of Project Managers Club of Pune. And it is on ITIL version 5, which is recently launched. For the benefit of first-time attendees, let me give a little background of this, our PMCP as such. So the Project Managers Club of Pune is an initiative of pmwares, COEP Tech University, and Kgguruji. The Kgguruji is head by Ketan Gandhi, and that's how it is called Kgguruji, right? So our aim is to support people who want to perform better in project management, use project management tools effectively, clarify their concepts, achieve certification, and stay aware of current trends. And this webinar is in that series that keep you aware and up to date on the current trends. In February 2026, PeopleCert officially launched ITIL version 5. The latest version of ITSM, that is IT Service Management Best Practices, has raised the interest across the industry, equally among the organization and individuals. Whether you are a CIO, CEO, ITSM leader, project manager, consultant, or someone responsible to drive service excellence in your organizations, you are in exactly the right place. And I will tell you why you are in the right place. Over the next 1.5 hours, we are going to unpack. In fact, Mahesh is going to unpack one of the most important update in service management. ITIL 5 is not just an incremental revision, it is a strategic evolution. Designated for the world where the digital transformation, automation, cloud, and AI are no longer optional but foundational. A little introduction of today's speaker, Mahesh Deosthle, my friend, and one of the senior authority in ITIL. He is an ITIL managing professional for version 5 and ITIL strategist version 5 certified. Quite senior, or is an approved trainer for Prince 2, Prince 2 Agile, ITIL 4, ITIL 5, and have delivered numerous training program, open and for corporate batches for learner across the world, joining from India anyway, from USA, Singapore, Philippines, Saudi, Australia, and many European countries. In fact, many other countries that as well I haven't named them. He is also a certified lead auditor for ICMS and PIMS, and also certified risk manager in ISO 31000. Welcome, Mahesh. Over to you.
Thank you, Vivek. Okay, so good evening, everyone. And just one question to start with. How many of, like, not one, let me understand a few things. So how many of you have heard about ITIL? You can maybe type in the chat box or unmute yourself.
Or you can give the thumbs up.
Thumbs up also, yeah, you can any image.
If
So
you are aware of ITIL word, huh?
Right, so you are, okay, so John says, okay, so there are many of you are aware about ITIL.
Yes.
So where exactly is ITIL applicable? Okay. Because see, ITIL is a certification. I'll talk about the content owner or the best practice owner, etc. I'll talk about a little about the evolution of ITIL. But where is it applicable? Like, for example, we know PMP. If I take PMP is applicable in project management. Prince 2 is applicable in project management. If I take ISO, then that is all about the InfoSec or other standards of ISOs which are applicable across different industries. So where is ITIL applicable? I think every one of us, whoever is working in the IT field or who is working in any organization which is IT enabled, which provides IT enabled products or services, they should ask this question: where is ITIL applicable? Okay. Why should I learn ITIL? Why should I get certified in ITIL? The applicability of ITIL it is with or is within the organizations like Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and it is equally applicable to our neighboring grocery shop who uses UPI for payments or who takes the orders on WhatsApp, or a neighboring boutique cloth shop who design their uh, products using the IT systems. So the applicability is very wide. All the applications, whatever, or all the services, rather, I should say. Let's not talk about a little technical jargons. Let's say all the services that what we use today, be it WhatsApp, be it Swiggy, be it Uber, flight booking, railway booking. So you name it, and in today's world, it is digitized. It is IT enabled service. Now, when we learn ITIL, that is the scope for us, right? So, if I learn PMP, my scope is project management. If I learn Prince2, my scope is project management. If I learn ISO, a particular, let's say ISO 27001, then my scope is information security, the auditing of that information security. For ITIL, the applicability and the scope is very, very, very wide. There is another very important attribute of ITIL. If you look at these prominent certifications, say PMP, Prince2, or maybe COEP, these certifications are adopted. Their adoption rate varies from geography to geography. Like PMP is more popular, more adopted in US, Canada, whereas Prince2 is more popular, adopted in UK, European countries, Australia. Now, for a truly global professional, ITIL is, I would, that could be a little, statement from me, but ITIL is truly global best practice, which has no geography boundaries. ITIL teaches us a truly global language. Even if I go to US, even if I work for Canadian client, if I work for client based out of New Zealand, Dubai, Saudi. In fact, last month I delivered the ITIL training for US embassy employees in South Sudan. Now, South Sudan, a very small country, not that greatly advanced, but they also learned the ITIL. So the scope, the applicability, the acceptance of ITIL is truly global. Now that makes a very strong reason for all of us IT professionals or professionals who are working with ITIL, IT enabled services companies. So I have delivered ITIL trainings for pharmaceutical company IT team members. I have delivered it for manufacturing companies IT department team members. So any IT enabled service organization also requires the basic understanding of ITIL, because it brings the best practices, it brings a lot of discipline, it brings a lot of organized ways of working. Okay, so now let me share my screen, and now we'll talk.
So wherever there is a service and it is IT enabled, it becomes ITIL does apply on this.
Yes, and so till version 4, okay, what you see on the screen, till version ITIL 4, it was about the services. The focus was on the value delivered through the services, IT services. In version 5, there is a game changer. In version 5, now ITIL talks about the digital product and service. So they have changed it, they have upgraded the version, they have upgraded the best practices. And now the digital products are also included, because nowadays, if we see many of these digital services, they are provided through digital products. Like my Amazon platform is a product, is a non-tangible product. And through that platform, the services are delivered. Same thing is with UPIs, or same thing is with, say, WhatsApp-like applications, be it Facebook, be it Instagram. So there are certain services. Even what we are using presently, Zoom. Zoom is again one of the best examples of IT services delivered through IT platform, IT product, digital product. Right? So that is what is new in ITIL, but let's have a quick look. So ITIL definitely not new. It was launched in 1989, version 1, and there are 31 books which were created as a reference for the best practices. Okay, best practices for the service delivery. Okay. Then in version 2, the service support and the service delivery also got enhanced and included. Version 3 was a very prominent one, though it was there only for 4 years in the market, but this brought a major change. It introduced the lifecycle model for services. And then it went through one major upgrade, but not the version change. So in 2011, there was a major update made to version 3. A lot of refinement happened, and then the version 4, which was launched in 2019, so almost 7 years back, which introduced the service value system, that SVS, what you see on the screen, SVS, and a 4 dimensions model. So this was a completely new model which was launched, very highly focused on the value created through the services and the service value system. So there was a life cycle system defined for the services in version 4. Right? Then 2-3 months back, in the month of February, in somewhere in the mid of February, I think 12th February, ITIL version 5 was launched officially. And this has brought a major change in the ITIL world by the introduction of the digital products and services. So now it is no more SVS, but it is VS, value systems. Okay. So the focus for ITIL 4, it concentrated on SVS, while ITIL 5 pivots to digital product and service management, treating automation and AI as integral to work. In the version 5, PeopleCert has now introduced, or there is a lot more emphasis, importance given to the automation of the services, service support, product deliveries. A lot of focus is given on the automation. Another very important point is AI integration. So in ITIL 5, AI is native. You pick any component, any feature of this ITIL 5 best practices, there is AI associated with that. So there is a lot of emphasis on how to use the AI governance through these best practices for our digital products and service management. Right? Another major shift that what ITIL 5 has brought is now it is more experience driven. In fact, I'll be talking about the qualification scheme of ITIL 5, and there is a dedicated separate certification for experience. Okay. So now the focus has shifted from SLA driven, service level agreements driven service delivery, to the experience driven management of the services and your digital products. Right? So a major shift has happened, though by the structure, if any one of you is familiar with ITIL 3 or 4, there are principles. So there are 7 principles. They remain the same. Whatever it was there in ITIL 4, they remain the same. There were 4 dimensions of service delivery. Those dimensions, they remain the same. These dimensions are nothing but what we require to create my digital products and to deliver my digital services through these products or platforms. So these dimensions, they remain the same. But as I mentioned, automation has got a lot of focus. Experience has got a lot of focus. The experience of the consumer or of my stakeholders through my digital products and services. That is focus. And AI, artificial intelligence, is native to this. Now it is part and parcel of everywhere, every component, every feature, every attribute of ITIL. Okay. So before I go into a little more structure of ITIL, let's understand how the qualification scheme has changed. So those who are familiar with ITIL 4 or 3, they will be aware about this. But for those who are new to this entire ITIL thing, ITIL is not a standalone certification. See, if I do CAPM, if I do Prince2, if I do ISO 31000, any other certifications, they are standalone certifications. So I'll take the training, I will study, I will take the exam, and I will get the certification. End of the story. I'm certified now, I can practice. Whereas ITIL is the qualification scheme. Officially, it is called as the ITIL qualification scheme. Now, what does that mean? It means that there are different levels of certification in ITIL, and there are different areas of focus while I go through these different levels of certification. The starting is ITIL Foundation. That's the last one at the bottom of the screen, you can see. And the highest qualification in ITIL is ITIL Master. Okay. Across the globe, actually, there is no official count because people doesn't keep that official count or the database of ITIL Master certified people. But through different sources, when we gather the data and if you do a little analysis, which I have done, and that tells us that there are less than 500 ITIL Master certified people across the globe. Now, what does this tell us? It tells us that first, being ITIL Master is not an easy thing. Second, the ITIL Master is very highly respected designation in the IT and IT-enabled services field. When you achieve ITIL Master, it is your entire positioning within the organization or within your business, it changes. Okay. Now, why that happens? Let's understand that, and to do that, let's understand this qualifications. Okay. So it starts with the basic foundation level certification. And I'll tell you 90 to 92% of professionals, they will get this ITIL foundation certification done, and that itself will give them a good boost in their positioning within their organization or even out in the outside market. Okay. But that is just the first step in the ITIL qualification. After that, there are 3 streams. ITIL Practice Manager, ITIL Managing Professional, and ITIL Strategic Leader. Correct? There is the new, as per ITIL 5 new qualification scheme, there is an additional certification of ITIL AI Governance. Correct? Now, if you wish to continue your career, your profession, your work into the IT service management, then my recommendation is don't stop at ITIL Foundation. ITIL Foundation gives you a very fantastic understanding of what IT services are, what digital products are, what digital services means and how to deliver it, etc. But that is still at the foundation level. You can pursue these different levels of the qualification scheme. So you can aim for the ITIL Practice Manager. Now, to become the ITIL Practice Manager, you have to take one of these certifications. You can take more also, but minimum one of these is required. Now, what are these certifications? These 3 different certifications, they are aligned with ITIL management practices. So how do I plan for my digital products and services? How do I implement that? And how do I control the delivery and the services, support services for my digital products? That is what this plan, implement, and control will cover. Similarly, the other 2 are focused on their respective practices. So you can pursue one of them and then after that, you will have to take the ITIL transformation. Now, this ITIL transformation is something new. This was not there in ITIL 4. In ITIL 5, they have added the transformation. There are a lot of operational things to take care of it. They have launched this ITIL transformation uh, level, which talks about the digital transformation. So everybody hears about organizations going for the digital transformation initiatives. So how to run those transformations is what this ITIL transformation certification details out. Right? On the other hand, you can pursue the managing professional path. Now, to be the managing professional, which you can see here, now it says designation. So these are the designations. When we complete these certifications, we get these designations from PeopleCert. So to be the managing professional, you have to complete this product, service, and experience. Now, and after that, you have to take the ITIL transformation. So ITIL transformation is the common one. Now, if you see, there are now 3 different certifications focused on the product, digital service, and digital experience. So, the focus audience, the focused stakeholders for these 3 certifications are very different. And when we do these certifications, we understand how to manage these stakeholders, how to create the value for them. And then you take the ITIL transformation certification. So you will become the ITIL managing professional. And then there is a third line, which is ITIL strategy. When you do this, you will get a designation of or the certification of strategic leader, ITIL strategic leader. Okay, so this is, as the name suggests, this is all about my digital product and service strategy. Right? Now, after doing these, you have to take the ITIL transformation. Now, you may decide any one of these or all of these. And when you complete all these 3 designations, or when you achieve all these 3 designations, you will get the title of ITIL Master, which, as I said, is a very highly respected qualification in the IT world, IT services and IT digital product world. Right? To support this, to get more into the artificial intelligence, which is the current thing, you can go for the ITIL AI governance also. That's a separate certification. It is not mandatory to do the ITIL AI governance certification to become the ITIL master. So remember, ITIL's applicability is very wide. ITIL is not a standalone certification. It is actually a qualification. So I have trained many people from, especially from the US region, who after their high school, it's high school completion, they go for ITIL, and they are having a very good careers there. Right? So this definitely enhances our organizational positioning and our career opportunities also. Right. So now let's understand probably a little bit about the structure and the concepts of this version 5. Okay. So as I mentioned, product and services, digital products and digital services, now both of them are part of the same ITIL version 5. Okay. Embedded AI. AI is embedded into service governance, into risk management, into service operations. So take any different areas within the digital product and service management. It could be your service level management. It could be your stakeholder management. It could be even the technical things like deployment and release management. It could be software development management. It touches also the information security management. Then it touches project and program management. So in each and every of these practice areas under ITIL, AI is now embedded within it. How to utilize AI and how to ensure that these practices will be more effective with the use of AI, more ethical with the use of AI is what is covered into this or through this AI native approach. ITIL has got many integration points, I call them as. Okay. Uh, and it is very much part of version 5 also. It was there in version 4 as well. What happens is when I want to drive my digital product and services by adopting ITIL, I am not isolating myself from the other frameworks and the best practices in the market. So the way it happens is ITIL has got project management as one of the management practices. So I can use PMP, I can use Prince2, I can use Agile Scrum, I can use Kanban. I can use those frameworks also along with ITIL. So one of these things is like say value streams. I can use Lean. I can use COEP framework for the governance of my services. So ITIL doesn't work in isolation. It helps me. It uh, empowers me, encourages me as a professional to bring all these frameworks, methodologies, which I might have been using in my organization. It helps me to continue using that and improve it. Then in ITIL 5, there is a whole lot of focus, and as we saw, there is a complete dedicated certification for the experience and how to improve this experience. Now, when we say service experience, most of the time, the first thing that crosses our mind is service consumers experience. It need not be. That is what ITIL tells us. ITIL says the experience of all the stakeholders should be improved. It could be my internal team's experience. It could be the my regulatory authorities. It could be my clients. It could be my end consumers. Everyone's experience of my services, of my digital products should be improved. So there is a complete dedicated focus on this experience part. Right? And in product and service life cycle is a new 4-step model focusing on the journey from idea to product and then to service. So ITIL is very well a good fit for startups as well. Some college graduates, friends, they come together, they have an idea and they want to float that digital product, digital platform, and they want to provide the services. Fantastic. From that small size, you can start following the ITIL. You can go incremental and it very well fits to the unicorns also. Right? And then there is a strategic transformation. So through that transformation level of certification, that is dedicated for how to drive the transformation. So when the organization grows, so from a startup to function driven to metrics to global organization, as the organization grows, I must improve, I must expand my products and services. How to bring this transformation? That is what the transformation level and the strategy level uh, covers or it teaches us. Okay. So this is what I was talking about as the integration within ITIL 5. So till ITIL 4, there was no specific or explicit mention of integrating ITIL with other best practices. But in ITIL 5, PeopleCert has brought that. So PeopleCert at every level of the qualification, uh, it tells us how ITIL, Prince2, and DevOps, they come together. Right? So they complement each other. They fit perfectly into my organizational ecosystem or my product and service ecosystem. So there is I would say not to a very deep level, but there is quite a considerable focus on this integration between ITIL, Prince2, and DevOps. Now, it is very clearly evident. All the three certifications, they are from PeopleCert. So, there is a, what do you call, it was easy for them to bring it together. Like if they think about bringing ISO 31000 into this, there will be some challenges in terms of real life. But in our practical life, we can definitely bring all the other methods, methodologies, and frameworks within IT. Okay. Now, when we adopt ITIL, what happens? What happens within the organization? Uh, Artificial intelligence becomes native. It becomes by design. So when you design your digital product, when you design how you want to provide the services, what kind of services you want to provide, the AI becomes integrated. It becomes native to my design itself. That helps the organization to be ahead in the curve of this AI wave. ITIL is very practical in nature. In fact, all we ITIL professionals, we call ITIL as nothing but common sense documented. There are there are no very deep scientific calculations or theories to understand. No, it is all the common sense, but it is documented and it is constructed or structured in a very practical way, which everyone and anyone can adopt. That brings or that provides a lot of easy implementation for the organizations or easy adoption for the organizations. There are no major changes required. In fact, one of the principles of ITIL says start where you are. ITIL is not in favor of changing the things, changing your ways of working. Then ITIL connects your digital products and digital services. So the products that you make, they are for the services that you provide. And the services that you provide, they are for the, they are based or driven through the products that you are doing. In like if I go back in the a little say historical, like a decade back or 1.5 decade back, actually there were instances where the products were different and what the services were running, they were different. Right? So when it connects, it absolutely enhances your customer experience and other stakeholders' experience also. There is a lot of focus on improvement. There is a lot of focus on incident management. I'm sure everybody is aware about the incident management. Whether you are an IT person, you are not an IT person, you are aware about the incident management, right? That is one of the core practices of IT. So it helps reduce these incidents proactively. It helps optimize my workflows. So then it is applicable to any role or industry. 99% positive impact on IT value and performance. That is what some of the surveys, industry surveys by PeopleCert. So these numbers are coming from some of the surveys done by PeopleCert. So 99% positive impact on IT value and performance. That is what the business leaders are saying when the organization adopted ITIL practices. Okay. So 84% of those organizations who were surveyed, they attracted and retained the IT talent. So it is not only about the products and services, but the experience also improves. And when the experience of your internal stakeholder improves, the ultimate outcome is your talent retention. 75% increase the speed of automation and innovation. Way back 15, 17 years back, I have seen many automation projects being failed. With ITIL adoption, with other frameworks, methodologies like Agile coming into picture, this has improved. And today, people are saying that 70% of their automation and innovation projects are speed up or they are successful. So there's a huge impact on organizations as. Now, if the businesses are getting positively impacted, what is there for me as an individual when I do the ITIL certification? First of all, I enjoy the global recognition. This is for the corporate customers where I do the training, many times ITIL comes as the ITIL Foundation, at least certification comes as a mandatory for any resource to be onboarded. Right? So it enhances your career prospects. It builds the skills for everyday impact. It is not that once I got the degree and now I'm happy. I'm not improving it. No. Every day, my every day's work will be impacted because of ITIL. ITIL very strongly promotes working in collaboration, removing those silos within the organizations. So that also helps you as an individual to enhance your visibility within your stakeholders. Right? ITIL helps us to manage the digital and AI complexity. See, AI technology per se is a complex one. That's okay. And especially if you're not a technical person, then you may find it as a complex one. But then with the ITIL practice adoption, we understand the applicability, the usage of AI, the enhancements what we get due to the digital services, we are able to better manage it for our teams, for our organizations. ITIL brings the informed and confident decisions. Basically, the 7 principles of ITIL, and there is a practice called as measurement. Okay, measurement and metrics management. So these two things, when they come together, it becomes completely data-driven decision making, reduces the risk to the greatest extent possible. And of course, like incident management, service level management, my service relationship management, my stakeholder management, through all these practices and principles, it helps me to do better, to excel in my operational deliveries. My Prince 2 is for project management. Prince 2 doesn't talk about the business as usual or operations. ITIL touches both these aspects. ITIL has the project management practice, and ITIL is mainly focused on the operations also. So ITIL is more encompassing, more comprehensive. Okay. So this is making impact on organizations and for individuals also. Across the globe, I myself had delivered the training. Sorry.
So Mahesh, go back to previous one.
Yes.
Let me ask you on behalf of many people,
Sure.
or I will ask you the most frequently asked question.
Yeah.
If I get certified, how much more salary I can earn? Simple.
Okay. uh, Again, don't take me on the point, but even there are few reports which suggest that anything between 10 to 20 to 25% of salary improvement is seen. But again, for that, there are certain, I won't say rules, but there are certain expectations to be fulfilled. Like if I do my ITIL foundation and now I'm expecting a 20% hike, that could be a little challenging. But if I'm a managing professional or if I'm the practice manager, then the how should I say, the career path is very clearly set for. So
So
yes,
there is a clear distinction between not certified and certified.
yes, there is a clear distinction between not certified and certified. In fact, there is a distinction between your ITIL 4 certified and your ITIL 5 certified. See, because ITIL 4 is going to it will get discontinued by December or by Q1 of 2026. That is what even PeopleCert has said. So moving, like upskilling yourself, upgrading your certification to ITIL 5 is very much important. Like for example, I was ITIL 4 foundation certified. I had to move to ITIL 5 foundation. So yes, and see what happens is there is always a dilemma whether I should do the certification or I should have a practical experience. Certification will help you do the what you call or it will act like an icebreaker. The person in front of you, when the person looks at your certification, they will have a confidence to that you know something, and then the discussion will happen. Right?
Or
So
or
yes.
or the if it is a certification, and it is shown on the profile, right? So when it goes to the profile, the Gemini, which is HR has applied, will search your profile
Yes.
for the interview. Otherwise, it will not be picked up, right? Something like that.
Correct. So the preference or the priority will go to someone who is certified.
New AI search engine who are
Yes.
filtering the profiles resume. They will
Yes.
filter your resume because you are certified, right?
Yes.
Otherwise, experience will be known later, right? When you are in the
Correct.
interview.
Correct.
So your certification will go ten steps ahead of you and tell people that you are already knowing this. Great.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
I think one more question we can take this up right now
Sure.
if it is okay. If it
Yes,
just see
please.
that if it is in the context, you can take it. Otherwise, we can take it later also.
No, no, please go ahead.
Can I get one example where PMP and ITL5 are related and collaboration happens? Since as per me, ITL is mostly related to operations. It would be great if I can get an example. Thanks in advance. Okay.
Absolutely. See, uh, let's take an example. Okay,
Yeah.
the real life example. And I'm very sure everyone here uses WhatsApp, correct? And uh, everyone can see the changes or the new features that WhatsApp releases from time to time. Right? Even very recently, like in I think last week only, WhatsApp has released a feature wherein I can delete a group without exiting the group.
Okay.
Correct? So this is a feature of WhatsApp. This is a new feature of WhatsApp. Hardly 4 or 5 days back, they have introduced it. So earlier, if you remember what used to happen, if I want to delete a group from my chat list, I had to exit. I was not able to use that delete button on the top or the delete icon. I was not able to tap there. Okay. Now they have introduced this feature that I can delete a group without exiting. So next time when somebody posts a message on in the same group, that group name will appear again in my list. Okay. Now imagine you are part of WhatsApp team. How will this happen? Some feature which was not there, it is coming there. So that is where the ITIL starts. So this must have come as a demand, or this must have been identified as an opportunity for improvement. Correct? All these jargons are ITIL jargons. Huh? I'm using complete ITIL jargons. So this might have come as a demand from the users, or this must have been identified as an opportunity for improvement. From there, the ITIL starts. From there, the ITIL journey starts. If anyone here who is ITIL 4 certified, they will understand SVS, Service Value System. The life cycle starts from here. Then it goes through planning, governance, my continual improvement, application of my principles, making the use of all those 4 dimensions or attributes within the ITIL framework. And then finally, the new feature will be delivered, which will bring some value to the users. Now, in between this cycle, what happens is, in day-to-day life, more commonly used terminology, the WhatsApp team will take this as the change request. I'm very sure many of you are familiar with the change request. Now, change request can be as small as a work of, say, 5 days, or a change request can be completely treated like a project. So this will take, say, 2 to 3 months to do the impact analysis, to build the feature, to test it, to do the more comprehensive testing, and then release it for the users. So let's assume this particular requirement was captured by WhatsApp team. You are part of that. You have taken this as a demand. You will do the planning. You will see what developer skill I need, which kind of technology. Anyway, WhatsApp is using like there is an existing technology what WhatsApp uses. So to build this feature, do I need any external integrations? Yes or no? So you will do a complete impact analysis like what you do on the requirements of a project. You will create a project charter if I have to speak the PMP language. right? You'll have to identify the resources, you'll have to identify the risk, you may have to do the beta testing, you may have to do some internal level of testing. It will follow your PMP life cycle.
So basically, you are trying to say that the change request will come as part of ITIL framework,
Yes.
right? And then this change request will convert into a project, and
Correct.
that project follow the PMP like
Absolutely.
framework, basically.
Absolutely. So within ITIL, there are management practices for change request for project management, portfolio management, program management, deployment management. So there are all these management practices, how you should manage the deployment, manage the project, manage the change. So they have given the practices, best practices for that. Now, to apply these best practices, I can use PMP, I can use Prince2, I can use ISO 31000 for risk, or MOR for risk, anything.
I think Mahesh, I'm clear. Thanks a lot. So what I understand is it is ITL within PMP, right? So you're using like example
It is
change
the other way
management.
around.
Yeah.
Sorry, it is the other way
It's the
around.
other way around.
PMP within ITIL.
Oh, okay. So okay, yeah. So you are using few aspects of like incident management is like after the project becomes a product, right? So that will be post the deployment or a maintenance. That is
Correct.
when then only the ITL entirely in picture will come into picture. But again, in between, as you rightly told, change management, etc., will take care of that internally, right? So that's where ITL will come into picture, right?
Correct. And that's where ITIL is across the life cycle. It is for the projects, programs, as well as it is for the operational support also.
It's clear, Mahesh. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you, Santosh.
Okay, I have one more question, but I
Yes,
think this
please.
question can be taken up at the end, because this is the overall like how ITL will apply in is. So we will take this up later, probably at the like you finish it, and then we will take this later. This is a good question actually.
Okay, I will not bore more with the slides. There are few more. That's it. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
So this is the big picture as what you will see at the ITIL foundation level. I have actually taken this from the PeopleCert material, so this is only for our reference. But this is a big picture. So here on the top you see is the service relationship, and there is a very there are many day-to-day life examples. Like say Oracle develops some ERP. Oracle ERP is there. But to develop that Oracle ERP, they need some software. Their team members need hardware. Their team members need laptops. So those laptops are coming from HP. For HP to get the laptops or to develop the manufacture the laptops, they are getting the material. So there is a chain. Even you can consider this as equivalent to the supply chain also. Right? So this service relationships, they are across the supply chain. Right? And they can be very complex also. Like at one point of time, I was working with Sintel, which is US-based multinational IT service company. Sintel was providing the IT services, software services to State Street, which is a financial advisory services company from US. So Sintel was giving the IT services. State Street was providing the financial management services to Sintel. So it was not a linear relationship. It was two-directional service relationship. So ITIL focuses on this service relationship. There is again a practice for this relationship management. Then there is this core part of product.
Mahesh, if you want, you can zoom into this. On the left corner, bottom corner, there is a context menu. In this, you will get a lens actually.
Okay.
In the left, in the PPT, in the left, yes, there is a lens actually there. There is a lens. One of the option is lens, right? Yeah, this one.
Okay.
And then you bring it here, and then you can drag left and right also.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay, so there was this service relationship on the top. Then there is this product and service life cycle, and they have simplified this. If you look at this product and service life cycle, it is discover, design, acquire, build, transition, operate, and then support, deliver. deliver and support. So these 8 stages of the life cycle, they align straight with SDLC. Requirements, design, any license or any setup acquisition or any third-party products acquisition, then build your software or your service, then transition it into the live environment, then operate, deliver it as and when required, and continue the supporting of it. So this exactly aligns with the entire SDLC. Okay. So that's why I said it is a common sense documented. That is how we call it as. And then there's this value chain, which has got again its own list of activities. These activities are converted into the value chain. And as I was saying, the opportunity is identified. Then there are principles, there is the governance, then there is a continual improvement, there are management practices. So when the management practices and value chain come together, we do the deliveries, right? So, and then there is a relationship between the practices. Okay, there are 34 practices in ITIL. So there is a relationship between the practices and the activities of the value chain, like life cycle activities: discover, design, acquire, build, transition, operate. Some practices will be enablers, some practices will be support role for each of these activities. And we can make n number of combinations out of this. Sometimes few things will be applicable, sometimes few things may be not applicable. See, if I decide to buy the Salesforce, or if I decide to buy the ServiceNow for incident management, then my build activity is gone. I don't need a build activity. I'm not building any software. I'm using ServiceNow software. And then there will be some supporting practices, some enabling practices. And then this is my 4 dimensions of ITIL. Okay, service delivery, which is nothing but people, organizations, the information that I need, that I hold, then the technology that I use to make this information help me to make the decisions, then my partner, supplier, and third-party networks, and then my processes and value streams. So these are my 4 dimensions of ITIL. So ITIL 4, okay, I'll tell you. So this was there in ITIL 4, the relationship. This is new in ITIL 5. This value chain, etc. This was there in ITIL 4, but now this is improved a little bit. This relationship between the practice and value system is new thing in ITIL 5. And this 4 dimensions, they were there in the ITIL 3 also. So version 5 is a very nice combination between what was there in ITIL 4 and what is new. And the alignment with the digital product and services is amazing. Okay. When somebody does the foundation level certificate, they may not be able to envision this entire picture. But as you go and pursue the further certifications, the picture becomes clear, and it is fantastically woven together. Right. So digital transformation pillar and ITIL V5 response. Those who are familiar with the digital transformation projects, which actually is a very large part of all the large global organizations, digital transformation. So ITIL 5, how it supports. So in the digital transformation, product-centric operating model is very focused, is prominently looked into. So ITIL brings the unified product and service lifecycle. AI and automation in every digital transformation project, every other company, organization will bring automation. Now they will try to bring the AI also. So in ITIL 5 now AI is native. It is embedded in every thread of ITIL. Okay. And then there is a 6C model of AI capabilities, which is introduced by PeopleCert in ITIL 5. So see, this 6C capability model for AI is also a very much practical approach to embed AI into your design. Okay. Then customer experience focus for the digital transformation. So ITIL has got complete large focus on experience. There is a separate certification for the experience. Organizational agility. ITIL 5 talks about this VUCA ready strategy. So the strategy certification of ITIL 5, it has a focus on VUCA. VUCA is volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. In ITIL 5, there is a good amount of heavy focus on the cultural aspects of the organization and especially the transformation. So there is a good depth guidance on this also. And it is completely, ITIL anyway was right from the beginning, ITIL was focused on the value. How my consumers, how my stakeholders see my services, my products, and what value they experience out of these services and products. A simple real life example, when Swiggy was launched here, I was a great user and a fan of Swiggy. Swiggy used to provide the free delivery within the 5-kilometer radius from my house. No delivery charges. Very soon, Swiggy reduced this 5 kilometers to 3 and now they have reduced it to 2. What happened in this case? The value perception that I had about Swiggy, it got decreased. Because the radius got reduced, I started paying the delivery charges for my favorite restaurants. So my value perception about the Swiggy got decreased. Many online delivery platforms add the convenience fees. We don't see any value in that. Why we go to Amazon? Amazon has free delivery. Is Amazon making loss? No. Amazon actually, they earn the money, but they earn it in different ways. Not from the consumers. Correct? So that is all the focus of ITIL is how you bring the value for your consumers, for your users. So as I was saying, foundation principles, 4 dimensions, 34 management practices, and value creation all remains from ITIL version 4. What changes? The core scope. Now the scope is digital products and services lifecycle. The operating model, the value system changes. AI native or AI by default by design is introduced. Experience focused and certification structure has changed. So these are the things that you have to be aware about when you are looking at transition. Fantastic. So any questions? I think we are open for questions.
One question is already there.
Okay.
And take that question now that it says, I have over 11 years of experience in operations, leadership, workforce management, capacity planning, and business analysis.
Okay.
Since I am not a traditional IT support background, how can I leverage ITIL in my current skill set, and how much value does it add when applying for operation management manager, program manager, or business analyst role?
Absolutely aligned for your role, your scope of responsibilities. There are direct practices under ITIL. So there is a practice of business analysis. There is a practice for workforce and capacity management. There is what you call so you are saying that you are not an IT support background, but all these practices, they are there as very much part of the 34 ITIL practices. So if you do the foundation and then if you get into those specific practices, then you can pursue the practice manager path also. So
and that is not specific to the ITIL anymore. Is this?
No, that is specific to ITIL.
Okay.
See, okay, so you can see here, right? These are the practices, as I was saying. So monitor, support, and fulfill, or plan, implement, and control, collaborate, assure, and improve. So for you, this collaborate, assure, and improve will be a good thing to pursue. That will help to establish yourself in your role along with ITIL. So you may want to go for foundation and then these like practice manager certification. Or just pursue this one, and that also will be good enough. See, ITIL can be used as a whole, or it can be used as into pieces. So you do the ITIL foundation, and then you start focusing into those management practices guides. So there are 34 different books by PeopleCert, which explains every practice and adoption of that practice, implementation of that practice in detail. Those are like the practical handbooks. So you can refer those, and you can bring the improvement in your area of work. But as I said, there are straight direct practices like business analysis practice. There is workforce and capacity management practice. So it's very much in alignment with IT.
So connecting to this, I have another question: that are there multiple certification in ITIL 5?
Yes, all these are the different certifications. So you have to.
How many all certifications are there? Like these are all different certifications?
These are all different certifications. So see this ITIL Foundation, then ITIL Monitor, Support and Fulfill, Plan, Implement and Control, Collaborate, Assure and Improve. So these are 4 certificates. Okay. Then this product is 5th, Service 6, Experience 7th, Strategy 8th, and AI Governance 9th, and Transformation 10. So there are 10 different certifications. You have to take 10 different exams. Okay.
So you can take
10.
selectively these certification, or you have to do all the certification.
If you want to become the ITIL master, then foundation, product, service, experience, strategy, these plus transformation, these are mandatory. And one of these 3, collaboration, assure, or this. So one of these 3 is enough. So 1 from here, 4 from here. So that is 5. Foundation is 6, and transformation is 7. Minimum 7 certifications to become the ITIL master.
So who should be ITIL master? Who requires ITIL master?
Who requires ITIL master? If you are the owner or accountable for the entire digital product or service, then you require ITIL master.
So you are the owner of the product or the service, entire service. So
And
you should be having ITIL master.
ITIL master. And when I say owner, it is not only for a part of it. So for example, if I take the example of say WhatsApp, then under WhatsApp, you should have the entire personal WhatsApp ownership with you. Okay. If you have the ownership only about which files can be attached and how I can improve that, then you don't need to become the master. But if you are the complete business side and technology side, and if you occupy a seat on the table with CXOs there or very senior people within the organization, then it is better you attempt for that ITIL master.
Otherwise, based on your role, you can take individual certificates.
Individual. See, many people who are into support and incident management, deployment management, they do only ITIL foundation. And that is also many times good enough for them to get that one boost.
Or you can take ITIL foundation and 1 or 2 of these certificates.
1 or 2 of these certificates.
To be having a better, specific to your practice.
Correct. Suppose if your organization follows Agile and you are the product owner in Agile team, Agile Scrum team, then you can do the foundation and you can do the ITIL product.
Okay.
Or you can do the foundation and you can do the ITIL experience. So with your product expertise, you learn how to better the experience of the users, and that will enhance your skills.
Okay. So all these certificates require some kind of training to be ready for the certificate.
Yes. Foundation requires 2 days.
What are the duration of these training?
Foundation 2 days. Then the middle level certifications can be 2 or 3 days. Transformation 3 days. For the transformation and strategy, they are for 3 days.
Okay. Do you do all these trainings?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I am certified in all this.
Okay, okay, very good. So now there is a follow-up question from Vineet. Thank you so much. I have a follow-up question apart from ITIL. Which certification or technical skills would complement my experience the most? For example, would you recommend Agile Scrum, PMP AI, Power BI, SQL, Cloud Fundamentals, or any other areas that organization value today? I think this quite become generic now.
Yes, that depends on, Vinit, that depends on what your role is.
Yeah. Surya, I will come to you. Just, yeah, it depends upon the role actually. Yes.
That depends on the role. Sorry, there is a question by Ketan. Do
Yeah.
companies sponsor their employees for certification, or employees bear the cost of it? I have seen both the scenarios. I have seen Amazon here in Mumbai, they have these data center teams. So Amazon sponsored these things. I have seen people joining the public or the open batches and doing the certifications out there.
Basically, it depends who needs it. If organization needs it, they sponsor. If you need it, then you sponsor, basically.
Correct. And
Okay.
many times organizations need it. It also gets pushed by the clients. That also.
Then organization easily sell out money for that.
Exactly.
Right? Okay. Okay. The client. Okay.
So
go to the client and ask client to tell the organization that do it. Okay. Very good. Okay, Surya. Yeah, Surya is waiting for quite so long. She must be having a hands on for quite some time. Maybe get tired. So let's go to Surya.
So, thank you, Mahesh, sir. Very well explained and easy to understand from, especially I'm from a non-technical background. If you could just go to the slide which said transition and you had given the example. Yeah, yes, please stop. So you were giving the example of Swiggy, right? How they reduce their radius for free delivery. That was an example you personally shared, but I could not correlate it to this slide. Like, where would ITIL help? I mean, if that's a decision the company management has made to change their way of working, I could not correlate it to anything on this slide. So maybe could you just explain that a bit more?
Okay. What happened because of this decision? They lost customers like me.
Okay.
Now, imagine at a strategic level, they decided that we will reduce the radius.
Yes.
It resulted in the negative impact.
Correct.
Correct. Now, that is what is one of the parts of ITIL. Okay. Now, here if you see the product-centric operating model, does the digital product of Swiggy allows me to have the 5 kilometers or 7 kilometers radius? Yes, but it is the service strategy related decision which impacted. Because of which, what happened? The customer experience was changed, impacted negatively.
Okay. Okay.
Right. Take another example of even like say work from home, work from office. That is all about the culture and the people.
Correct.
That will impact that decision will be taken based on the culture of the organization. Correct. And that will impact the people. So ITIL has a practice called as organizational change management, OCM.
Okay. Thanks.
So
now I'm able to correlate.
That way, the practices and these real life situations, they relate each other.
So the organization as a whole, the top management, the decision board makers would actually have to correlate which best practice before they take a decision to let it out to the company. Should we go in for it or not? And this is where ITIL comes in. Am I right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And that resonates with my example. See, I have taught ITIL to 30 years experienced people, the senior leadership. At the same time, I have taught the incident management for the freshers also, or 2 years experienced people who are part of the service desk. So,
okay.
That's where it depends on which level of the qualification scheme that you have to pursue.
Exactly. Okay. Thank you, sir. I understood. Thank you.
So let's look at, are there any other questions?
I think yes, I have completed my ITIL 4 foundation certification and I'm interested in pursuing ITIL direct plan and improve. Is it mandatory to first complete ITIL 5 before proceeding with the? So now here there is a confusion, and that is because of PeopleCert is also the business. They also want to make the money. Technically, if you ask me, can you pursue DPI today? Yes, you can. Will you be certified? Yes, you will be. But the challenge, and the certification will be valid for 3 years. The challenge is by quarter 1 of 2027, ITIL 4 certifications will go away. Correct? Very soon, organizations will start adopting ITIL 5 guidelines, ITIL 5 practices, ITIL 5 ways of working. So they will shift from 4 to 5. That is also bound to happen within, say, next 1 year, 1.5 years, that kind of a frame. Okay. Now, you have to decide, you have to think and you have to decide whether you would like to go for this DPI from 4, or you would like to pursue one of those 3 from the ITIL 5 under practice management. Correct? That depends on how long you are looking yourself into ITIL world, ITSM world. If you are planning your next 10 years career, 15 years careers into ITSM, then my suggestion will be go for ITIL 5. One of the modules from ITIL 5, whichever you want to do that. And then there is a bridge course. So those who are ITIL 4 certified, they can do the bridge course and then they will get the certification in ITIL 5. So you don't have to do a complete 2 days course for even ITIL 5 foundation. If you are ITIL 4 certified, foundation certified, you can do 1 day bridge course and you will take the exam and you can become the ITIL 5 foundation certified. Correct. Similarly, it is for the other levels wherever there is a match. Okay. So you decide how long you want to be into it. It could be a short-term goal for next 1.5 years, 2 years, or it could be your long-term goal to be in the service industry, ITSM, and accordingly you decide.
Okay.
Yes.
Any other questions anybody has?
Now I am teaching
in certain day, in certain time, ITIL 4 certification will lose its value because people start moving from the 4 to 5 basically. What about you take DPI and then take ITIL 5?
You can do that. See, out of these 34 practices, you can learn any of the practice. There are 34 books available for purchase. You can learn any of those practices and you can implement. Or you can go for these groups of practices, what they have bundled together, the people. So you can take that any of the certificates. See, this DPI or that PIC, they are nothing but the groups of related practices. Right? So anyone can pursue those specific practices as well.
Okay. So, okay. Any other? Let's look at that. Anybody has any question?
So in my experience, the applicability and the scope is very huge, very large. And in the IT service industry, this is, I would say, the most trending certification present.
Especially for the people who are operational or looking. I think it is suitable for the people who are product manager.
Yes, product manager, release manager, then what you call client service, client success managers. So there are different designations. So for them also, this is very helpful.
Customer service
people, service desk team members, incident managers. For all of them, this is very helpful.
Okay. So, okay. Okay. Let's see. Any other questions? If there are no, let's look at this. Friends, anybody has any question, or otherwise, if nothing, then we can move to start wrapping up.
Stop sharing.
Yes, stop the sharing. Yes. So I don't see any question coming up. There was something called this infrastructure library, right?
That is, I don't know why, but that is still, there's very less awareness about this.
What is that?
Originally, ITIL used to stand for Information Technology Infrastructure Library.
Okay, okay.
Okay. But long back is some 8-9 years back, they removed this acronym, and now ITIL is a word, and that's why they stopped pronouncing it as ITIL. Now they called it as ITIL.
ITIL. Okay. It becomes a word from
It
from
becomes
acronym.
from acronym. Correct.
Okay, okay. ITIL. Okay, okay.
And this is written somewhere in a very fine print in their official book. I don't know why, but many people are not still aware about this. Yeah.
So there is no infrastructure library as per se now.
Correct. So now it is not limited only to infrastructure. Now the scope is widened a lot.
To product, etc. Everything.
Correct.
Okay. Good, good. Okay, okay. And so fair enough. I think let's start wrapping up then. If there are no more questions, Ketan, are you there? Ketan is there or must be there, right?
Yes, Ketan is there.
Ketan, you're there? Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay, okay. So fair enough. I think it was indeed a great session and a lot of question answers also. People, you have given a lot of questions, given a lot of information, and I'm pretty sure the people have now a great degree of understanding that how to move towards the ITL 5, whether it is required or not. I think if there is anything related to service and product, I think it is required anyway. And now it is all about that how fast you want to move on, what are the way of moving. And so myself and Mahesh both are available. If you have any queries later also, you are most welcome to reach out to us and we'll be happy. And so thank you very much to all of you for sparing your time and coming over here and listening to Mahesh and spending time with Project Managers Club of Pune. We come back with another webinar and next month. And till the time, goodbye and good night also. Thank you very much for attending here. And thank you very much, Mahesh, for taking up time and explaining all these so important things for the people here.
Thank you so much, Vivek, and thanks to everyone. It's not easy to hear me for 1.5 hours, but thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Bye bye.